back to the Artie Lange Show, sitting here with brilliant actress, comedic actress, drama, former vaudevillian Sidney Lumet employee. She's done everything. Star of Sullivan and Son. Please welcome Jodi Long. Jodi, so now we were talking about you got a great history, a very interesting background. And what is your ultimate goal? You said you wrote a one-woman show.
Yeah, I wrote the show. I'm going to perform it in L.A. at the Working Stage Theater. We open after Labor Day.
Now, yeah, that's amazing. So is your goal to do more stuff like that? Like, does the acting on a sitcom sort of just fund you for that?
Absolutely.
That
It funds my theater habit.
That's great.
No, really, it does.
But what a great position to be in.
No, I've just been so blessed, really. It sounds so corny, but it's really true. And, for me, writing is really personal. And I did a movie called Long Story Short. It's a documentary that
my friend Colin Quinn stole the title from.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
It's a documentary on my parents, vaudeville, and they had never seen themselves on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I found it.
Wow.
And it's
you found the clip.
I found the clip.
Oh, that's great.
The 7 minutes. And
full 7-minute clip they did.
7.5 minutes.
Now, was it like almost like Abbott and Costello act, like them sitting next to each other doing a routine or something?
No, it's so weird. They come out in Chinese gowns, speaking fake Chinese.
Yeah.
And it's like ridiculous. I mean, right now. But then it gets so subversive because then my father takes off the gown and he's in a tux, and my mother takes off hers and she's like Ginger Rogers.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they sing and dance and tell jokes, and she kind of, was more like she wasn't the dumb one. She kind of always put him down.
So she wasn't like the Burns to his Allen.
No,
Or the
a
Allen to
little
his Burns.
bit, a little bit, but not in a dumb way.
Well, no, well, that's the thing about Gracie Allen, though. She came off as dumb, but then at the end, it
No,
didn't
she
seem
wasn't dumb at all.
Yeah, she got the boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's great. So that sounds like fun.
No, absolutely. So what was the question?
What is your, so your main goal in show business would be to do more writing and stuff like that?
Well, I started writing for the theater because I thought, well, if I don't write this, no one's ever going to ask me to do it.
Of course.
Right.
It's personal.
Yeah. It's personal. But it's also because I really, we were just talking on the break. My great-grandmother was Scottish. And I just thought, how funny is that I'm playing her with a Scottish accent.
Yeah. She was Scottish in Australia.
Scottish in Australia.
Which is, even more.
Why is that? What's the big deal about that?
It's just
That's
so
what
convoluted.
AC/DC was that.
Really?
AC/DC was a Scottish band that moved to Australia.
I didn't know that.
Really?
That's right. They were the Thunder Down Under. That's right. Scottish band that moved to the exact same thing.
Wow.
Scottish band that moved to Australia.
You and
We
your
learned
grandma.
so much.
They talk about that, Angus Young
And AC/DC.
and his brother.
I had no idea.
Well, that's a good thing about being a comic. What you just said, like my stand-up is so personal. No one's ever going to write my stand-up and cast me to do it.
Right.
And I wrote a movie based on personal experiences about a softball league I was in, and the other stuff I was doing in show business funded my ability to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's when it becomes real fun.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Well, thanks. Yeah. So just more movies and just trying to get that out there and that
Right.
vision.
Right.
That
That's
point
great.
of view. That's what makes it
That's
unique.
you.
Absolutely.
You want to connect with an audience.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, and have them know what you went through, and entertain them in a certain way.
Absolutely.
Would you call yourself someone who struggled as a child? It sounds like you had a great time.
A struggle? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, do you think the life was forced on you a bit, or do you feel like you missed out on anything?
Oh, no.
As a young child, like a normal childhood?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, my father did push me in front of Sidney Lumet, but, it was just sort of natural to me. I just saw them do it.
You didn't know anything else?
I didn't know anything else. And no, I didn't. I don't feel like like Michael Jackson. I didn't feel like
There's none
I
of
was
that
being
going
whipped
on.
in the
Yeah,
back. Or
right,
you have to
right,
do this.
right.
No. And I chose it later because I really got into it. I really wanted.
Well, that's good that you went to college though first and really said, okay, let me see what the world's about and make a choice.
But my dad was the one.
What made you do that?
Yeah, he was like, if you're going to be an actor, then really be an actor.
That's great parenting. It really is.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what it does is, ironically enough, if you do choose to act after that, now look, you may choose not to act. You may find another love, be a doctor, whatever.
That's
if you do choose to
exactly.
act, you have a bigger thing to choose from, a bigger world to draw from as an actor to become better at acting. Ironically enough, going there and going to have that experience makes you a better actor if you're going to do that.
But you said the key thing.
Yeah.
Because he told me, he says, look, if you want to if you love it,
Right.
do it.
Right.
And if when you're 30 you love being a truck driver,
Something
then
else.
be a truck driver.
Right.
Do you know?
Right. Well, most fathers say, but don't be a truck driver. Under their mouth, they're saying, but if you love truck, but don't be a truck driver.
My mother's screaming in the back. What are you saying?
Well, I think what they were saying was also, maybe if you you think maybe law, a doctor, something that's not creative, but I think from the beginning, always knew creativity would be involved. in
Yeah,
what you do.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, do you consider writing a chore sometimes?
Oh, absolutely.
It is, right? It's a lot of
Don't
work.
you feel that way?
Absolutely. I do. I've written a couple of sitcoms and a couple of movies now, and 2 of them got produced. The other 2 just lay there. I got paid money for them, thank God, but they were never produced, and it's so much work, and you really feel like, oh, God, it's like a child of yours that, never made it or something. You feel, it's hard to sit there and make yourself do it,
It's such a discipline.
Yeah.
But once you're doing it and you're on a roll,
there's nothing better.
It's
the
like
greatest
surfing
feeling.
the wave,
It
right?
is. You're
It's
right.
just like,
It's a
yeah.
high you get on when you see it perform finally, and it's go. Stand up is easier to write because it's short term writing. It's like I don't have to write an hour of stand up, and I've written about like 4.5 to 5 hours of stand up in my 20 years of doing it that I think is good enough to. That I'm proud of, and a couple of specials and CDs and stuff that I would think is good to charge money for, But in 20 years, that doesn't sound like a lot. But I can't sit down and force myself to write that. It comes to me, something happens, on the subway. Like, oh, that's funny, and I'll write it down somewhere and try to make it into a routine. It's different than the other kind of writing.
right.
Did you ever consider doing stand-up? Yeah.
Well, I'm considering it now
Yeah.
because the boys, I call the boys Steve Byrne and all the other comedians, Owen Benjamin and Roy and Ahmed,
Yeah.
they're on the road right now.
Right.
And they're, I think, in Atlanta doing 3 days down there.
Cleaning up.
With the Sullivan and Son comedy tour.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, they've been all over the country, and all
Perfect.
the listeners on here probably have seen them come through. But they were in New York in May, and I was here, and so Steve was like, come up and introduce Owen. I was like, I can't do it. He's like, yeah, no, do it. So I went up, and I just made the decision to walk up
Right.
as his mom.
Okay.
And he looked
in character.
In character, and he
Okay.
looked at me and he went, "You're Oakjaw now, aren't you?" I'm like, yes. And we had so much fun that I'm actually thinking of putting something together and doing a little something next year. Should we go on?
That's good.
And
Because it's good money, too. It is.
Is it?
Stand-up, if you have a tour and you wait for people to come. If you have a way to get people to buy tickets,
Right.
and you have a following, it's great. It's
Well-
great.
Sounds like
Don't let
it's
them rip
right
you
up-
off.
Sounds like it's up your alley too. I mean, a lot of the stand-ups who we talk to
Sure.
do the one man, one woman show. They're
yeah.
writers. They
Well, Mario,
feel
didn't
like
he
they
do
need
a
to get
one-man
something
show?
out
Yeah,
there.
well, Mario, I think, started as a stand-up. He's brilliant. Really, he's brilliant on so many levels, Mario. I think his main thing is stand-up, but he does everything, act and sings. But I think you'd be happy with it. Maybe to the point where you're only... Now, can we give us a little bit of your character? Can you do a little Oak Chung?
no, I'm not
Like,
dressed for it.
you know what?
Okay, Steve, you look fat.
Very nice.
Oh my God.
Imposing.
Say something to Mike. Pretend Mike Boschetti over there in the kitchen.
Mike does
I
some
have such
accents.
incredible lines, and I'm one of these actors that
Yeah.
as soon as I shoot it, it's in the trash bin. Like, it's out of my head.
Really? You can't do it anymore?
I can't. I don't even remember the line. And people come to me and they go, "Oh, that line that you said," and I go, "Oh yeah, I said that right. Yeah, it's terrible."
And you
I
can't remember it.
understand.
I don't know.
Do you think you can improv something if you just look at Mike? Like, do any words come to mind?
If you were Mike's mom, because Mike
Micah,
is with his
you-
mom. He lives with his mom.
He does.
You really live with your mom?
But I'll give you a scenario. Ready? He's 52. He lives with you, and he hasn't done his laundry, and he's upset that you're not doing the laundry quick enough, and he just yells at you.
Wait a
And-
second.
Okay.
I'm not doing your laundry. You do the laundry.
Come on, Mom, you've been doing it all this time.
That's what you think. I'm not doing your laundry.
Just one more time, I'll learn to do it soon.
You're 52 years old. Get out of the house.
Well, Mike.
I
Very
tried once to
stern.
get out, Mom. It just didn't work out well.
What?
I tried to get out. I got out in my early 20s, Mom. I just had to come back.
Oh my God. I really need to slip my wrist now.
That's exactly it. But you know what's funny about that? That's fantastic. First of all, secondly, guys, isn't that exactly what probably happens? I think we just saw that's exactly what happens. I bet your mother goes, "I'm not doing it," and he goes, "Just do it one more time." Or he goes, "Why you been doing it all these years, Ma? Keep doing it." Is that what you really do to your poor mother?
No, that was improv.
No, it's not. You're not that good at improv. We've seen it.
No.
Mike, if you were that good at improv, you wouldn't be here right now.
No, that was just improv, Dad. It wasn't.
It was not. Guys, it's not what happens.
That's what happened.
No,
Jodi, you tapped into it brilliantly.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh,
Wait a second, but I have a question. Are you all still living with your mother?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do you think that's the theme of the show?
Yeah, that wasn't a show requirement.
No, Mike is 52.
No, but I
and
didn't
listen up.
improv. I swear to God, it's happened in a moment just now.
No. It did not happen. It happened in the last 52 years.
I never said those words to my mom. It just happened in the moment.
You said, but you've been doing it all these years. And she's acting like, if your mother doesn't say what Jodi just said, she should.
No, but, Jodi brought it out of me. She's a great actress. She brought that.
Don't give me this
improv.
crap now.
No. I never said that in my life. It just came out in the moment. I swear to God.
No, it didn't.
It did. I never had that conversation.
That's what
like
your
that.
mother should be saying to you.
She don't, though.
Well, why don't you at 52?
That's why she's still living there.
I know.
No, but the thing is,
Jodi, do you have
oh.
any insight into this? Like, how do we get him out of the house?
No,
at 52?
wait. It's
Maybe
a long
he's there
story.
because he's taking care of her.
We do take care of our mom well.
No.
Yes, we do.
No, Jodi, please don't give him that out because he doesn't have it. She's 74. She's very spry. She's fine. She goes to the church by herself, says the rosary for 4 hours to get out of the house. And she's been there since she was in her 40s.
No, but we ask her, we try to help her. She's super stubborn, Jodi. She really is. She won't like. She really
She's
is.
super stubborn. So she wants you there.
No, she's like, if we go to do something, like, no, I'll do this.
And Jodi, what would you say?
As if to prove that
I
she can
did
do it
hear
on
what
her
he
own.
said.
You
Well,
can't-
he said-
Jodi, she's very like, stubborn. Like, she won't sit down. She can't relax as a person. First of all,
Because you make her that way.
No, I didn't make her that way. That's how she is.
By the enormous amount of laundry you generate.
Uh,
And Jodi, when he finishes eating, he eats up in his room in the attic. When he finishes, he puts the plates and the silverware. Not plastic, actual plates underneath the bed till it accumulates so his mom gets up there and has to take it out from under the bed. I'm not kidding.
Do you go over to his house and see
No,
this?
we've seen it. One of our friends has seen it. He says it's extraordinary.
Do you really do that?
No.
Yes, Mike. You do.
Everybody should be yelling at him now.
We're trying. We yell at him every day.
Jodi, they're exaggerating a little bit.
Nah, his mother said it. His mother came in here and said it. All right, well,
They're exaggerating a little bit. Jodi.
you've astonished another person. Jodi Long, thank you so much.
It's so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Again, Sullivan and Son, please pick that up.
Thursday night. And you know what? Next week is a great episode. It's our last new episode.
Great.
And I get to sing.
Awesome. So check that out without question on TBS and come back anytime, Jodi.
Great,
You're
thanks.
officially his mom on our show. the Artie Lange.
But wait a second. Is he Polish?
No, Italian.